Ashlyn Sellers, and this is your first episode of PNN for the school year. First up is your JV volleyball girls with their thoughts about the season. Sky Bass is one of the starting middle hitters for the Smith Station JV volleyball team. This season, the team has faced a lot of competition, including Auburn, Central, and Opelika.
So my favorite game this season has been Central because this year this has been our most competition. Not saying that other teams haven't, but I feel like that was the team that actually gave us something to work with.
Even though she is one of the starters, she knows she can always improve.
Was snapping my wrist a lot more because I tend to, when I get up there, either lean back with it or I just not able to put my hand all the way through.
Sky has been on the team for 2 years now and has an amazing bond with a lot of people on the team.
My favorite thing about the volleyball team is the bond that we have with each other, because working with varsity and then working with our own team, JV, it's just been a great experience, and having other bonds outside of it.
Amber Booker is also one of the starters. Amber plays middle back. This year was one of her first years playing.
Being a part of the volleyball team for the first time was fun. I made a lot of new friends.
Amber had a great first season that came with some embarrassing moments.
The most embarrassing moment was probably when we were scrimmaging varsity and Sabrina Fox blasted me.
Next up, we have Graylin Morrison with some news on the most recent cross-country meet.
Smith Station Junior High girls and boys cross-country team did well at the East Alabama Championship this past Saturday. The boys junior high team placed first overall and captured the 2021 East Alabama Championship. Brody Colopy won the race with a time of 8:45.
I drink a lot of water, 82 bananas. Yeah, get your mind right.
JJ Ramos placed third with a time of 9 flat, and Luke Owens placed 18 with a time of 9:53, and Nolan Patton placed 21 with a time of 10:21.
Well, how I got to this point is having a different mindset before I go in.
And Peyton Kaltrider placed 25 with a time of 10:25, and Brandon Harris placed 33 with a time of 10:44. Last year, the junior high boys captured the Alabama Championship. The girls placed third overall. Alexis Wade finished 8th overall with a time of 11:41, and Alexis Hodgins in 16th place with a time of 12:19, and Emily Herring placed 32 with a time of 13:31. A lot of hard work and preparation goes into these runners.
Now we have Bailey Bryant with a recap of the 9th grade Russell County football game.
Hey, I'm Bailey Bryant, and the Smith Station Freshman Center football team won a quadruple overtime thriller. We are here to talk to some of the players on the past game's performance.
What are you going to personally work on for y'all's next game?
Something I can work on is being a better team player and being a leader.
How do you think that y'all did at the game?
We did good, but we could have done better.
Do you have anything else you want to ask? Okay, thank you. What was your least favorite part about the game last night?
That we let them score.
What could the team do to improve for the next game?
Work on tackling better.
What was your favorite game that y'all played this season, and why?
Against your father because they saw her.
Do you have anything else you want to add?
Nah.
Okay. What was your favorite part about last night's game?
When I scored a touchdown.
How did you feel about the win on last night's game?
It was a great win because we went into overtime 4 times and Cam got the game winning pick.
How do you think you could have improved to make the game a little better?
The defense needs to learn how to tackle more and wrap up.
Is there anything you want to add?
No.
Thank you. Here's Summer Crunk with her story on breast cancer awareness.
Here at Smith Station, we have approximately about 21% of the school that has breast cancer, or a family that is fighting against breast cancer. And here are some of our fighters and some of our interviewers telling their story about their family member who has had it. Who had it in the family?
My aunt. It was my mom's middle sister, and as I put in the survey that you guys sent out, we're a pretty close-knit family. So when she was diagnosed with cancer, which was probably, I don't know, it's been 20 plus years ago maybe, and then she passed away about 4 years ago. But, you know, just when we get together as a family, she's, you know, obviously not there, so we always miss her, and we talk about the things that she would bring, you know, to eat and that kind of thing. So we do reminisce about that.
How did it affect you?
Well, like I said, when we get together, you know, in the beginning, of course, you're sad, but then, you know, as time passes, we, you know, just try to talk about the positives and, you know, just the memories that we made.
Desiree, who had it in your family?
My grandmother and my aunt have both had breast cancer.
How did it affect you?
It caused a lot of stress in my life. I kind of couldn't handle it for a little while, but as soon as they started fighting it, I felt a little bit better about it.
Is there anything else you'd like to add about it? How did you feel or anything?
I was upset for a little while, but I felt that helping them and their needs, it did help them fight it. My family kind of kept them strong, and I'm glad it could help them.
Is there anything else you'd like to add?
For anyone else there fighting it,
Today I'm here to talk with Connor Owens about the breast cancer for his cousin. Connor, how did it affect you?
It really affected my relationship with my aunt, mainly because after my cousin, after he died from it, I really got really distant with with that side of the family. And it just like, now it's not so bad, but it used to get on my nerves because I kind of thought that when it happened 4 years ago, and I thought that it was my aunt's fault, but it wasn't.
Okay. Does it still affect you this day?
No, not really. Only typically like around the anniversary of when it happened does it really affect me.
Oh. And do you mind if I ask how old he was?
He was 32.
Oh. Okay. Well, I'm sorry for your loss, and hope everything gets better.
Thank you.
I was diagnosed with breast cancer in September of 2017. I had my surgery in October of 2017, which was just past 4 years ago. I did 33 radiation treatments, and I finished on Valentine's Day of 2018. When I was diagnosed, my ex-husband had cancer, and so I had to tell our daughter that both of her parents had cancer at the same time. We caught mine very early because I believe in women, especially over 40, having a mammogram every single year. Younger women, even teenagers, you know, it's probably less likely, but they need to be conscious of what's going on with their body because you can get breast cancer at an early age. So I'm a really big supporter of checking yourself out and taking care of everything because I mean, anybody could get it. I had no history of breast cancer in my family or any kind of cancer. And I was the first one, but it turned out well.
This has been Summer Crunk from PNN with the Breast Cancer Awareness Report. Thank you, Smith Station Freshman Center.
Class of 2025, this is Ms. Molinax, and I wanted to talk to you a little bit about some of the new books that are in the Media Center that I would love for you guys to be reading. I am a huge Percy Jackson fan, and so I have read through all the Percy Jacksons, and then I read all about the next set, and so the one that is the most current is the Trials of Apollo. And so Mr. Pickard actually has the Trials of Apollo series, and this summer I was able to read number 5, which is the Tower of Nero. Now, the reason why you need to be reading these books if you are interested in mythology is because this stuff is going to help you in your future classes. First off, the Trial of Apollo is basically, we all know that Apollo is a god and he's one of Zeus's sons, and he goes a little bit naughty, and so he gets sent to Earth as a mortal named Lester Papadopoulos. Yeah, very embarrassing. He's 18 years old and he has been around for centuries, and so he doesn't know how to quite deal with his mortal body. He gets a demigod, her name is Meg, as a kind of a master, and he has to do whatever she says, and of course she brings her own set of issues. A lot of the old characters make their way through this series. You see everybody. I am so excited because in one of these books, we actually get to see Leo Valdez, who is, again, my favorite character of the Percy Jackson series. Anyway, the reason why you need to be reading these books is because they talk about Greek mythology, Roman mythology, and Norse mythology. And this is going to help you out a lot next year when you read Julius Caesar. And when you guys get to senior year, you are going to have to read this book called Mythology, Edith Wharton's Mythology. And so the author is able to create these old myths and turn them kind of 21st century, and it makes it a lot easier to remember who all of these gods are because they are explained very nicely in these wonderful books. So I highly recommend the Percy Jackson series, The Trials of Apollo, the newest book, The Tower of Nero, which is kind of a tip-off to Julius Caesar next year. But please come and check these out, and we will see you on the next reading corner. Have a great day, guys.
Congratulations to Nathan, Cadence, Corbin, Emily, and Hannah for being on the September Pride team.
Well, I'm in English with Nathan, and Nathan is always prepared. He always adds and sheds a little light and humor to the subject, and he enjoys what he's doing, and he's always willing to help those sitting around him and other people, and he's just a good kid all around.
I nominated Cadence because she is always very respectful to adults, but also her classmates. She's in a class with a variety of personalities, and yet she is respectful to everyone. And so I just appreciate the way that she interacts with her peers and other adults.
Hi, I nominated Hannah Lane for one of the Pride nominations. I chose Hannah because I have the pleasure of having Hannah for 2 classes. I have a forensics and biology. She is always smiling. She is always dependable, will turn in her work, very respectful, and she is just one of the students that you wish you had more of in class.
Thank you for watching the first episode for this year. This is Ashlyn Sellers, PNN.